earbuds. Welcome to another episode of the Earbuds Podcast. This is a podcast where two good friends talk about one good album for a good amount of time. I, as always, am your host, Ash Chainmail on my chest, because that's how I fucking roll. With me is Lucas Chain Wallet Indrakovs, because that's... I've heard you were a rude boy in the past.
That's fucking accurate, dude. That is so accurate. This was before my rude boy days. I didn't know chain wallets were rude boy style. This was my fucking Limp Bizkit, Deftones, Korn days.
Oh shit.
My Gadzooks days. Remember Gadzooks?
I don't know. That's just a noise you made. That's just a noise you made up.
I think that's some shit that people said in like the 30s when they were surprised. Gadzooks!
Well, who really knows?
Well, Gadzooks.
We got a fresh job for y'all today.
Hey.
This is where we come at you with the latest music albums.
Yeah.
Today is an artist that I know very intimately, just from a kind of like personal standpoint. Haven't really listened to their music, but we were kind of touring together a lot in the 80s.
Yeah, you're not super supportive of your friends who are doing creative projects, so you know Margo, but you're not, you're really good friends with her, but you don't really care about her music, I guess.
I love going to my friends like, hey, I want to support you, I want to like listen to your stuff, how can I do that? And then they tell me, and then I forget that, and I don't do it.
The moment they start telling you, you just start like kind of looking around the room.
Just kind of start
they
thinking
immediately
like
lose you.
What my week's gonna look like,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah, we were kind of torn together. She had a lot of face paint back in the 80s, and I was in a metal band, like a speed metal band.
So you also had a lot of face paint?
So I also had a lot of face paint, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's been up to these days, but maybe you can kind of clue me in.
Yeah, I'll fill in the gaps there.
If you could.
I love that your go-to story that you make up for a lot of bands is that you used to tour with them, or that you were the main person in the band, or you were the one that decided to leave, or you guys grew up together, or so. There's always history. You always have history with these bands.
Well, look, I had a very active life back in the 80s.
Well, yeah, I guess in your daddy's Bulls, you had a pretty active life.
Yeah, sure did.
Well, today we're going to be talking about Margo Price's newest album that came out this week called Strays. Margo Price is based out of Nashville, Tennessee, so that probably means she's country music. She actually... Who knows? I mean, in 2018, she got a nomination, a Grammy nod for Best New Artist. So she's been kind of on the up and up. I think she's on Third Man Records, which I'm pretty sure is Jack White's record label.
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, man, she's had 4 full-length records. This is her newest one. I honestly have never heard anything by her before, but the reason I know this person is because my friend Cam Franklin, who's the singer of The Suffers, that some people might know, she just got done touring with Margo. I think she was her opening act, so that's pretty fucking cool. And yeah, man, I'm just curious, I'm super... me and you are probably very similar in the country and how we feel about country music, where it's very few and far between that we like country acts.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm super curious what Margo's vibe is, because if it's anything like a Sturgill Simpson type vibe, bringing it back to like 60s, 70s country, then I'm all about it and I'm interested in it. So what's pretty cool too about these fresh drops is that we're going to be doing track by track reactions. So the way that we're going to have this figured out is what we're going to try, at least, is if you're listening to it on Spotify, you'll actually be able to hear the full song along with us in order as we're listening to it. We'll listen to a song, we'll give our comments, next song, etc., etc. If you're listening to it anywhere else, I think including like YouTube or any other podcast app, you're going to hear 30 seconds of the song. I think.
Or even if it's if you don't have Spotify Premium, I think you get only 30 seconds.
Okay, that's also that. Yeah. So anything other than Spotify Premium, you're going to hear 30 seconds of the song, and then it's going to cut back to us, and we're going to give our thoughts and everything. So it's kind of a new thing that we're trying. So guys, let us know if you like it. We finally are going to have music on a music podcast, which is pretty fucking exciting.
Can you imagine?
After 2 years, and this is a 46-minute album, man. So I kind of feel like we should just get right into this thing.
Just gotta hunker down. I got my fucking brewski on me
Oh,
for the country album.
You sipping?
I'm sipping a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm drinking water for the first time since I got super drunk the other night with you. So,
well, that's good. It has been a couple days since that.
yeah, I haven't had any water in 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah, just smoking weed.
I get that.
It does all I need. Yeah. But let's get into it. You ready?
Let's get the fuck into it. Let's see what Margo's been up to. It's probably a lot of still a lot of like heavy kind of blast beaty stuff.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of distorted basses, distorted guitars.
Classic country tropes.
Yeah.
Yeah. First track, Been to the Mountain. Let's go to that mountain, Ash.
Oh,
let's climb this mountain
climb
together.
up, baby.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, then. Not a bad start.
All right, then.
All right, then. Not a bad start, isn't it?
Yeah, I think just a nice, steady pace. Got a bit of a crunchy background there on the instruments. Kind of a heavy bass.
Kind of fuzzy.
Going gung, 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 very steady.
Yeah, the production is interesting for like quote-unquote country, because I'm not really getting country much from this. I'm getting a lot more like 90s femme rock indie stuff like Sheryl Crow and Liz Phair and stuff.
Yeah.
Jewel,
it reminded me of like Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen. I've never heard that.
Yeah. I have been I've been a Steve McQueen.
Nah, I don't know it.
Nope. All right. Well.
But yeah, like you said, very consistent riff and rhythm to the whole song. Like they keep playing. They just do the whole time. Yeah. But Margo's like vocals and lyrics like really are what make it worth listening to. Like the music's a bit boring, but her vocals are really fun and interesting. I like her attitude.
But I could see this being a very jam friendly song. Like
totally.
In the middle when she's it's a little bit of a spoken word kind of moment.
Mm-hmm.
And the music very consistent. I could see some of the band having fun with that. The outro is a very jammable moment. I feel like this already, just first glimpse, first song I've ever heard. She likes to take live shows into account.
Yeah, you could tell. It definitely. I didn't think about that, but it's definitely a song that you could hear like the middle last like 8 minutes.
Right.
And everyone gets a little solo, everything kind of quiets down, all of a sudden a fucking saxophone comes in.
Just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, just off stage, a saxophone walks
just
on.
Like, just falls from the top of the stage, drifting down.
Spinal Tap style, the Stonehenge comes down. A tiny saxophone player gets lifted onto the stage. Yeah, not a bad start. Let's keep going, man. Light Me Up, featuring Mike Campbell. I don't know who Mike Campbell is. I looked it up, and I still don't know who he is, so...
Not the soup guy. So, who knows?
Not the Mike Campbell. This is a different Mike Campbell.
Apparently.
Yeah, not from the Campbell lineage.
Yeah.
The Campbell dynasty. All right, Light Me Up. Maybe it's about fucking weed, 420. All right, let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah, wow. Major 70s vibes from that track. Major.
Yeah, had a couple dynamic changes, which are very cool. It seems like she puts a lot of effort into the songwriting, you know?
Yeah, you can tell. And Mike Campbell, I was way off, man. This dude used to play with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and with Stevie Nicks and a bunch of other people from that era of rock and roll, so... Sounds like he might have had a pretty major influence on the writing of this song because it's very 70s.
Yeah, it said it was reminding you of Led Zeppelin a lot.
Yeah, Yeah, like a
like
combo
the
of
guitar specifically.
yeah, the combination of the acoustic and electric guitar and the way that the drums would kind of build it up and then they go back down and settle back into an acoustic kind of quieter thing. Yeah, Light Me Up did what Been to the Mountain didn't do, where Light Me Up changed their rhythm and had many sections where Been to the Mountain had like one thing and it was one thing for like 6 minutes.
Yeah, which is fine. It's not like that's a bad thing.
No, I'm just hey man, I'm just saying. Jeez.
But it's the intro of this song starts with her and like a very light acoustic guitar, and then the drums come in and a very unexpected kind of mood rhythm change.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Bit of a different production on that one too, kind of more bright, trebly production.
Right. Yeah. Let's move on to Radio with Sharon Van Eaton.
I like it. I think
And
that's
then
a good
after
idea.
this- It's a good idea?
I think it's a good idea to go to
You
the
think?
next. Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Let's go in order.
Cool.
Okay.
Radio. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dang, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a nice. It seems like she likes to do the kind of just these last two songs, that slow intro with the music kicking in later on.
Yeah. I'm curious what the rest of the album's going to sound like because it kind of sounds like these last two songs that were featuring someone felt a lot more of a collaboration than it did just having them sing with her on a song or something. You know, like it seems like they had influence on the music. Also.
Yeah, what is Sharon?
Yeah, I wish I knew. Like Sharon Van Eaton, I'm sure she's someone that we should be listening to. I think she's a newer artist, like a pretty modern, current artist. I don't know. She has 6 albums at this point, so we should probably know who she is. But I liked Radio. I thought it's probably my favorite one so far. Because I like that it goes from a sort of 80s power pop melody to like a 90s Shania Twain type thing.
Right.
That's cool. It reminds me so much of one specific song, and I can't fucking pinpoint what it is, so I don't even know why I mentioned it.
Oh, well, maybe sometime through this episode it'll come to you.
Yeah, I hope so, because I like that song, and I can't think of what song it is. And it might be a Shania Twain song, for all I fucking know.
Well, it's a good place to start.
Let's see if Change of Heart is a Shania Twain song, also.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Another nice 20-second fade out.
It's just a real smooth landing off point.
Yeah. She likes to end it real slow.
Real slow.
Lots of attitude on that one, man.
Yeah. I like the choice of like synths and keys that she's doing throughout this album.
Yeah, I like that kind of sharp ping-pongy blink, blink,
Yeah.
blink, blink thing. Just a little accent, just on the downbeat. Kind of cool.
Just a real small thing that I think brought it up a good amount.
Yeah, for sure. And it was kind of like underproduced for the synthesizers, so it kind of added this antique vintage vibe to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like the Dixie Chicks kind of attitude, where it's like country girl that doesn't take any shit, you know?
Yeah, I kind of read this song as talking about some kind of troublesome person and maybe even herself.
Right.
What she thinks where she would have ended up if she hadn't like had a change of heart down the road.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm honestly like, as much as I'm trying to listen to the lyrics, I'm mostly just like trying to vibe to the song, to the music. So,
Sure.
if you want to be the fucking the one breaking down the lyrics and giving your theory about what the song is about, then I'm cool with that.
I just need to get a vibe on what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah. Well, I thought in terms of the music, I thought the choruses were a little boring, but overall, I like the song. It was good.
All right.
All right then. County Road is next.
It's not Country Road.
No, not Country
County.
Road. County Road. And
Not too long of a drive.
I have a feeling, nope, should be a nice 2-lane road, 2-lane song. And I think this is going to sound like Reba McEntire.
I think it's gonna sound like Queen.
Ooh, a mix of both would be fucking sick.
Well, let's see where it goes.
Let's go!
All right, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
She's just upping the ante with these fucking outros now.
She loves her outros. That's what
She loves
it.
it.
To say.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it right now, and I don't know how many people agree with me or feel the same way I do, but I fucking hate fade out outros on songs.
Yeah, I literally, fucking, my friend was saying the same thing. It was like, if you're doing a fade out outro, it's because you're lazy.
Dude, 100%. I absolutely agree. If you do fade out outros, that means you don't know how to end the song. And ending a song is super fucking important. And you know who is really good at ending songs?
Me.
Yeah, apparently you're amazing at everything, but other than you.
Who?
RX Bandits, man.
Alright, okay.
I'm just saying, and I know a lot of their songs end the same way, but they fucking know how to end it and punch it in. Like, something like that. That's how, like, 99% of their songs end. Is they just end the riff, and the drums do the toms, and then hit a fucking floor tom, and it's just a super impactful way to end a song. Getting kind of tired of the fade-outs, but I gotta say, I also was getting kind of bored listening to that song.
That was more typical kind of, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's called County Road.
Yeah.
It's a more typical country song, slow and steady tempo. It's got those slide guitars coming in and out, right?
Weirdly sad sounding, you know?
Yeah, kind of reminiscing on an old friend in their old town, right?
See, there
how
you
much
go.
things have changed and how they're not here anymore, that kind of thing.
Wow, I should really start listening to lyrics.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, I took a little hit of Pat while I was listening to that, and it helped. It didn't really help much. I do like the slide guitar, though. And I gotta say, as a listener, I was bored by that song, but I think if I was playing acoustic in the band and I was stoned, I would love playing this song.
It's just a perfect fucking...
Dude, just sitting down, just super easy, like, and you don't have a lot of responsibilities there. You just keep the fucking 2 chords or 3 chords going, and
Yep.
yeah, that'd be an ideal situation for me.
Well, let's see if this next song is an ideal song for you, sir. Yeah, thanks. Time Machine. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Ooh, I like that.
Not a fade out on that one. You must be happy.
It was a bit of a fade out.
It wasn't. It literally ended.
Well, I didn't get to the end. I have 4 seconds left, but I like that kind of. I like the way that they kind of almost like a on my way, ding, 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 on my way. What song is that? Rusted Root. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like Time Machine.
Yeah, it kind of had a nice little rhythm on the guitar, like a tiny little tremolo on it.
Yeah.
Just a kind of like small, slow, dancey song.
Kind of boppy, bouncy.
Yeah.
I like the reverb on her voice a lot and the melody that she sang a lot.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. It reminds me of Tame Impala, but I'm sure there's so many better references for that type of bass line. The doom, 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 boom, doom, boom, doom.
I mean, it's just kind of a very Motown kind of.
Yeah, it's Motowny.
Yeah.
Yeah, super buttery, smooth production on the whole track too. And the glockenspiel.
The Glock.
I like it, the Glock.
Yourself a the Glock.
Yeah, dude. I used glockenspiel in one of my old bands, and underrated instrument.
Bands need to utilize that shit more, huh?
Yeah, y'all gotta pull out the Glock more often.
Ah.
Nah.
Well, let's see if we got any Glock in Hell in the Heartland.
Ooh, I hope so.
Which is I'm expecting some energy here. Come on.
I'm expecting some Infest the Rat's Nest type.
Yeah,
energy.
Yeah, some Planet B double kicks.
Yeah, open with double kicks or I'm gonna be pissed.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Ooh.
Uh, I made a joke that it would start fading out when it started speeding up, and it did exactly that.
And it did.
Fuck, man, come on.
I
Let me
know.
let me hear those. Let me hear those people struggling to keep up. Let me hear those fucking blast beats.
I like that they were speeding it up at the end, though.
Yeah, it was interesting. Kind of kept you to the end of the song, at least.
That was a cool song, man. Very, like we were saying while we were listening to it, like Wild West, like foreboding 70s type of. Very cool.
I liked it.
It reminded me a lot of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I don't know if you listen to a lot of them.
No, I haven't heard them.
Kind of similar vibes, or like Highwaymen. Also, like just that kind of, just that it's a very specific era of like folk Americana country type music, and I'm realizing this is much more Americana than it is country.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we get a lot of elements of both.
Yeah.
I love the fucking castanets immediately
Ooh,
setting the
yeah.
vibe right. Talk
Yeah.
about an underrated instrument.
Yeah, for sure, and it automatically gave it a like spaghetti western Wild West type of vibe to it, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Let's see if we love this next one. If I'm not mistaken, I might know who Lucius is.
It seems like a band you would know. Take that however
and
you will.
If I have it right, then you'll kind of be hearing two singers, because Lucius is a band of like two singers that are always singing at the same time. And
Like 4 Year Strong, kind of.
No, more like Capital Cities.
Yeah, I know that band.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I can lift you up. I could show you what you want to see. Come on.
I probably know it. I
We're
probably
safe
know
and
it.
sound. We're safe and sound. Come on.
You singing small segments of the song is not going to help me figure out what it is. Come on, man.
Fine.
We're
Okay, I'll start from the top.
I recognize that.
I can lift you up. All right, let's just move on. Fine.
Okay.
So be it.
Anytime you call, featuring Lucius.
All right, hit it in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Okay, it seems like she doesn't want anyone taking the spotlight on this record except for her.
I like what Lucius did on that song, though. The backup vocals gave me like a cool 50s rock vibe to it.
Yeah, it was kind of cool how it wasn't synced up exactly with each other. Like
Yeah.
they were all kind of off. It made it sound very human.
Yeah, and this is a slower track that I actually like on the record. Like this one compared to County Road, I like this one way more. It feels like I should be like drunkenly embracing my girlfriend like in a dingy bar dancing to this song. You know, like we're both kind of hanging off of each other.
Sure, yeah.
Type of thing. Yeah. It's a pretty song. And interesting chord progressions through the whole thing too. Like they kind of kept me guessing through the whole song, and that doesn't happen a lot. And usually I don't like that, but I liked it this time.
Fuck yeah. I'm down for it.
All right, well, let's go to Lydia, man. We have 2 songs left. Buddies, if you're still listening and following along with us, thank you so much. Fucking go to our Instagram at EBPcast and follow us. Check out our fucking YouTube, Earbuds Podcast. Just search it. Search it on the YouTube. We got a ton of episodes, and we're going to be doing more of these, and we want to know what y'all think of this album as well. And what do you think of this format?
As well.
I
mean, the thing is, on YouTube, we're not going to be able to do it.
No, I think what's going to end up on YouTube is either only 30 seconds of the songs or none of the song. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we'll see. Y'all stick around for if nothing else, for the chaotic mess that is sure to unravel.
Yes. Next up, second to last song, the penultimate song is Lydia.
Lydia,
let's go. I think this is the 3rd single off the record.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow.
Spooky.
Very spooky and heavy, and that was a really good song.
Yeah, it had little tiny moments of little unnerving moments throughout the whole thing. It was very very spooky through the whole thing. It was mainly just guitar in the front, but it also had some strings in the back.
Yeah.
Um,
The strings were pretty amazing on this song. The diminished chords or whatever they were doing that was super unnerving, like you said, and were really really effective. Like it gave me goosebumps literally every time. Like I fucking like my shoulders went up to my ears every time it happened. I was like, because I'm so in it.
yeah,
Like that song is so kind of hypnotic and just gets to like what. And you can, if you follow along with the lyrics, it's pretty fucking. It's an even better experience, but it's like you're so into it, and then the strings start. All of a sudden, something starts happening, and you're like, "Why do I feel like I'm about to have a fucking anxiety attack or something?" And you just start feeling You start feeling the strings before you realize what they're doing, before you hear it. You know, like before it stands out to you, and it's really fucking cool.
yeah, man.
And this could easily also be a really cheesy song, and like almost every aspect of it too. Like, but
Sure,
especially the
sure.
vocals, especially the vocals and the lyrics, right? Like how they have to be delivered. It could easily get into like cringy territory, and Margo fucking nailed it.
I mean, it's almost kind of spoken word for moments there.
Yeah, but she's going from spoken word to singing in the same line.
Yeah, it's very shifty in that way.
Yeah, which, and to me, I'm like, if the wrong person tried to pull that off, they would sound really stupid and
Yeah.
over the top. And Margot sounded really cool doing it.
Fuck yeah.
One
All right,
last
well-
track. We're on the last track, Ash,
Let's see what she does with the last track of her album.
which is called
Landfill.
Landfill. 5.5 minutes or 30 seconds, depending on where you're listening to this. Let's get into it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, that's a pretty closer. Moody, melancholic.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were gonna bring it up a little more before they brought it back down.
Right.
But it was a real pretty way to end the album.
Yeah.
It was
Nothing special in the music, you know? Like, it's a progression you've heard 1,000 times before. It's an instrumentation you've heard
Sure.
many times before, but it's all really nice and, like, pretty, and it gets the mood across, and Margot's voice is just gorgeous in this song, man.
yeah, and it
Gorgeous.
kind of the vocals seem to kind of follow this theme of introspection and kind of looking on the past.
Sure.
That goes through this album. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of, talk about like lovers and nostalgia, what may happen in the future, kind of talk.
What ifs type of stuff, too, like on Change of Heart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. It's almost too easy to write a song like Landfill and, like, make someone who's going through something cry their fucking eyes out.
Right.
You know, like that progression, that melody, that tempo, all of it is just like, it's guaranteed a lot of people are going to cry listening to Landfill. And I don't know if it was a purposeful little Kate Bush reference in the melody there that I picked up on, but I love that too. The da 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 da. Like,
Yeah,
I only know that from one other song. So anyway, Ash, we fucking did it.
We got through in one piece.
We got through. I feel better for it.
Yeah, there were
You know?
there were a couple bumps along the album. I
Yeah.
was worried for a little bit there, but all in all, I'm glad we listened through. It was a very nice experience through most of it.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your review and your rating?
my fucking review is that it does mix Americano with country a lot, and it's very. Margot's got a beautiful voice. She's also can be sassy when she wants to.
Yeah.
She could also be very like, fuck you when she wants to be.
Yeah.
Pays a lot of attention to songwriting, and has, I think, the potential to really changed some stuff with country, but maybe is not quite there yet. Or if I don't even know if she wants to be changing too much, you know.
Sure. It seems like
Um,
she's like paying tribute or celebrating a lot of female vocalists and country artists that came before her with some of the stuff that she's doing on this record. So I don't know if she's trying to change anything or if she's trying to take it back to where it was, you know?
I couldn't tell you. I am not a country person,
Tell me about it.
but yeah, a lot of very, very meaningful lyrics on here. I don't feel like anything was half-hearted, which I appreciate. It seems like it can be very easy to make some cookie cutter default lyrics in this genre.
For sure.
And the production was pretty good throughout the whole thing. Nothing crazy, but a lot of interesting production choices, a lot of interesting instrument choices, especially when it came to like the synths and the keyboards and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one like a 7.2.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm right around where you are, pretty much. Like, I agree with everything you said, and I liked, kind of bringing back what I mentioned a little bit ago, where it's like it's almost like she's like paying tribute to. I heard so many other female, especially like rock and country vocalists in some of the stuff that she was doing. Like, the opening song sounded a lot like Sheryl Crow to me, or like Liz Phair type of 90s, like femme rock, I think is what they called it back then. And then you have kind of more heart sounding stuff in there, like in Light Me Up. Radio has like a Shania Twain kind of like power pop country vibe to it. I liked everything that she was doing on this album. Like you said, there was definitely bumps here and there, just mostly Change of Heart, Country Road, and Been to the Mountain were just not bad songs. I didn't dislike those songs. They were just my least favorite on the album. But I liked a lot of this stuff, and I thought it was really fun at times. I thought when they got moody and serious, they pulled it off really, really well. And yeah, man, Margo, this is a fucking great record. Like, this is one that I don't think I would categorize under country. To me, this is much more of a Americana, almost like folk record. Like folk country, like folk rock, Americana rock, very 70s vibe for me. And I liked it way more than I expected. So I'm going to give this like a 7.5.
All right. Well, we're kind of in the same region here. Let's talk about our favorite songs on the album, our choice nugs. Well, of course, starting with our honorable mentions.
Obviously, the Nars. Choice nugs, 2 favorite songs on the record. But honorable mentions, the other songs that I really liked on this that didn't end up being my favorites were Light Me Up. I thought that was a really cool one. Like we said, it reminded me of like Led Zeppelin and Heart.
Yeah.
And that was a cool kind of rockin' 70s acoustic thing. I liked Hell in the Heartland a lot.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah, very, like we said, Wild West foreboding sounding. Very cool. Anytime You Call, I loved the 50s vibes on that song. Slower track, but I love any song that makes me want to get drunk and dance with my girlfriend. Like, that's an automatic, like, +1 for me. And Lydia. Lydia was probably the hardest one for me not to pick as a choice nug.
Man, well, I did pick it.
Yeah. I don't blame you, dude. It's an amazing song.
Yeah. I mean, it's really haunting in throughout the whole thing, with unnerving moments in it. I thought the kind of story that she was saying the whole time was very gives you a very clear image of what's going on and the emotions behind everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how she was kind of going back and forth between spoken word and vocals on parts.
Somehow pulling it off. I mean, I could see this song being like performed on stage with a live, with like in a play. You know what I mean? Like in a musical. I could see this song being performed.
Yeah.
Where there's a lady kind of acting out everything that Margo's talking about, and all these actors on stage kind of acting this out. Like, I could see this as a stage performance easily. Yeah. And it gave me goosebumps. If a song gives me goosebumps multiple times in the song, then it's got to be good.
Yep, and that's why I picked it as one of my Narnugs. But let's get to your first Narnug, sir.
My first Narnug? One of my favorite songs on this record is Radio, man.
Radio.
I liked Radio a lot.
Yeah.
I like the 80s kind of power pop melody, and then it got into like a 90s kind of, alternative country rock vibe, and yeah, it's just there was something very familiar about Radio that made me like it a lot, and Shania Twain just kept creeping into my head while I was listening to it, and I'm just like, well, I love me some Shania, so yeah, +1, dude.
It's got a great atmosphere about it. I love those little electric synths.
Yeah.
The harmonies throughout the song are fantastic.
Yes, yeah, I think literally, it's a banger of a short song, because a lot of these songs are very, they live a lot within themselves, and they kind of like let these things play out. And Radio is just kind of like a quick, wham bam, fucking throw $5 on the nightstand type of song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What was your second? Well, do you have any other Narnables?
I got some Narnables. Yeah.
Let's talk about those real quick.
Been to the Mountain was one of my Narnables.
It's a good opener.
I liked the vibe of it. I liked the crunchy kind of production throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Cool lyrics, very cool swagger to start off the album.
Totes.
Hell in the Heartland. One of my
so good.
Fucking Narnables. Time Machine, I think had an interesting vibe about it. But my second nug is gonna be Light Me Up.
Oh, that one was another hard one to kind of not pick as a favorite. I really like that song too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when you said Led Zeppelin, like there were very Led Zeppelin-y parts to it.
Whatever that song is.
Yeah, fucking
specifically
Going to California, possibly.
There you go. Possibly. Unconfirmed. Allegedly, that's Going to California.
And just like when the drums kick in, and like it's like a whole different vibe from what you think. I didn't really care about the guitar solo that happened, but cool that it was there, I guess.
Sure.
But yeah, that is my. I like the dynamics of the song throughout the whole thing.
It's good. And compared to Been to the Mountain, the song before it, where it doesn't change at all for 5.5 minutes, it's nice that the next song changes a whole bunch.
And what is your, second nug?
It's Time Machine.
Time Machine? I thought so. So. You fucking sheep.
You basic ass bitch.
You fucking copying me.
Hey man, Time Machine, I think I realized that the two songs that were my favorite on this one were kind of the more peppy ones, like the little more, like a little more attitude to them. Like I love the production on Time Machine, all the reverb and how kind of like old sounding it is.
Yeah. The
melody's great bass line, specifically really good rhythm, like kind of boppy, dancey rhythm, and it's got the fucking Glock.
It's got the Glock. You know? You gotta love it. It's a very simple song, but I don't know. It's a good one, and it fucking follows through.
Are you part of the Glockenspiel fan club?
The
Glocksuckers?
I auditioned, but they didn't let me in yet.
They didn't let you into the Glocksuckers?
No. I told you were my contact, and they said, "Oh, Lucas."
Yeah. That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
I think that was the reason I didn't get in.
I think you're the first person they've ever made try out to be part of a fan club.
I know, right? That's what I said, and they were like, "Nope, this is standard. Everyone does this." And what do I know? I'm not part of it.
All right, well, I'm gonna edit this part out because I don't want to get kicked out. I'm a Glocksucker.
I mean, you shouldn't be talking about it anyway. It's kind of a secret society situation,
like a Fight Club type of thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited for Fight Club later.
Oh, dude, I'm
gonna fucking destroy you.
You think?
You're dead, dude.
I got these fucking rocks that I'm gonna put in my fists before I punch you, dude.
Oh, that's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me, I think.
And that, you know what? Maybe I need that. Maybe I need that today.
Maybe that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Little self-harm while I fucking
A little just like, oh, fuck, yes.
take you to Nuxville.
Take me to fucking Nucktown, USA.
Take you to Nucktown. Population your fucking face. Alright, well, before we say goodbye to everyone, I want to ask, with all these fresh drops, because, you know, we don't know what we're getting into a lot of the times, and a lot of times when we listen to these, it's not like bands that we're super into, it's just kind of like the best of what we have to pick that day, right? Are you going to listen to this album again?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No.
No?
No, I'm not going to listen to this album again.
I don't think I'm going to either.
It was a nice experience. Is there a song? Okay.
Huh?
Is there a song that you're going to listen to again?
Maybe if there would be another song I'd listen to, it would be Lydia, and probably Time Machine would be the two that I would listen to again.
Well,
and light me up.
Guys, if y'all have any suggestions for albums you know are coming out this year, throw them our way.
We need some, man. We got nothing so far. We're picking at straws right now.
We're just little babes in this world of music.
Scraping barrels.
Yeah. This is our first fucking episode of 2023. Not first episode that came out in 2023, but the first one we recorded in 2023.
Yes. Yeah, guys, let us know what you guys thought of this record. And fucking follow us for more episodes coming out, man. We got chit chats also. We haven't mentioned our chit chats, Ash.
We got chit chats. We talk about one little music topic, one little music question, whatever it may be. It's kind of a more relaxed thing, you know. We leave spaces in the conversation where you can talk.
For once.
Kind of a POV interactive thing. It might be a little awkward.
You can see how we interact that, you know, not performing, because we've been pretending to be different people this whole fucking episode. Like, that's the only way that we can get through this.
It's the only way I can cope. I mean, I usually bring... there's about 30 people in my room right now watching.
Yeah, no, you're weird like that.
I need, you know, it's either that or some kind of stimulant to get me going, you know?
Oh, I know. I've been stimulated this whole fucking episode.
Adderall, baby. Adderall.
Oh,
that's what I mean. Adderall.
Let's not condone that. Smoke weed. Smoke weed instead.
Yeah, that'll help with concentration.
It's more responsible. Hey, it does, okay? Don't...
Not for me.
You stereotype people... Oh,
see that, and that's what we're bringing in 2023. More conflict.
These are the chit chats. We're gonna have drug arguments.
Conflict.
Yeah, I don't argue with enough people online, so please comment on our videos and follow our Instagram at EVPcast. And thank you for listening, Ash. This was good.
Lucas, this was good.
A freaking bye.
Bye.
All right, now is when you press stop recording. Okay, stop recording. Now. Are you still recording? You have to stop first. Wait, you... Yeah, you should... Yeah. Oh. Okay, stop recording.